Let me see something real quick. Where am I? Okay, so you pick the second one. Alright, start the timer. Okay, so this is going to be reasons why you should pick the second variation over the first one. I don't have my like laptop cords and all that stuff, so I can't like make a better quality video, so just bear with me. I'm gonna keep this, I'm trying to keep this short and simple because of the quality. So let's go to the first variation real quick. Matter of fact, I hope y'all see that name right there. Just want y'all to get a glimpse of that name. Let's move on now. So the first variation gives you 3 special moves, which is low fireball, parry, and the stance. Now, the problem with the stance is that it's very unsafe, right? So yes, you can use it and cancel into the 3, which is the low, which is somewhat safe on block, like -8 I think it is, which isn't like safe because some characters can punish it with like a launcher normal, but it's up to them because it's a 1-frame punish technically in MK. The other one is the low fireball. Now the low fireball is the reason why you pick this matchup. You don't pick this match. You wouldn't pick variation 1 for a parry or for the stance. You pick it because of low fireball, right? Because that's the best tool that he gets from this, like his 3 tools. And that's the reason why is because it helps him out in the neutral. So let's say you're playing a matchup where maybe don't have a good projectile like Noob does, somebody else, right? You would use a low fireball because it will help you keep them out, maybe check them in neutral so much. Like Liu Kang as a zoner isn't incredible, but he can do, you know, a little zoning here and there and then mix it up with dragon kicks and stuff like that. You can play around in neutral with it. So that's why you pick it. It's a good bonus to his neutral. And if you enhance it, it almost always anti-airs from like full screen, half screen, whatever. Almost, not all the time, right? But the problem in this matchup, specifically, and other matchups, is that Noob's fireball is really good, right? So extremely fast, good recovery, good hitbox, everything, and it does a good amount of damage too. So the idea is that if you're trying to zone, matter of fact, I'll show you an example. If you're trying to zone, let's say full screen. If you're trying to zone like a character like this that has a good fireball, and you're Liu Kang, eventually you will start losing because as Fox says, fireballs, he can counter zone, he can check and zone, whatever like that, but he's not a zoner, right? So he's not built to just be zoning you the whole match. He can do it, but is he the best at it? No. Is he really good at it? No. He's just okay. He's average. So let me see. Who am I right now? Noob. Okay. So I have to AI just do this. Just back and forth, right? Just look. It's that simple. Let's say you trade a fireball. I got more health than he does, which means that in general I will start winning after a while. Let's say the second fireball comes, so we can trade again. Wait. Right, 820, 880. So that's the main reason why you wouldn't try to counter zone so much with Noob or some other characters, you know, because they'll do more damage, they recover faster, whatever. Another reason why you wouldn't counter zone with Noob because it is, or counter zone against Noob, because he can launch you on a read and get a full 20 for it, while you can't. At least full screen and mid screen. Mid screen you can like, you can't punish it, but you can sort of make the reads like dragon kick and might get the question blow. But if you know, that's not enough compared to when he can just do this and get like 300 plus or whatever in a combo. So excuse me. So that's why, you know, that's when you start thinking about switching to variation 2, because you know, you're like, okay, the parry is super risky, right? It's like something that you would pick no matter the matchup. You just have it. It doesn't really add to the matchup or take away from the matchup. It's just there. It's just a parry. If you work with me and you press the button when I need you to, then it'll work. If you don't press a button, then I'm getting punished. That's how it works. The stance is trash. So you got the low fireball. It's not really helping you out. You know, set that up like that. You got the parry, like I said. it's okay. Like, it's cool, it's there, but it's not a big matchup thing. At least in some matchups. And most matchups, not a big parry thing. Parry's not a big thing. And the advantage is trash. So you're playing neutral Liu Kang, you know, pretty sure you're gonna land this somewhere in a match, right? How much damage is that? 214. How much damage is this? 214, right? So you realize that Liu Kang doesn't hit really that hard in the neutral sense. And when I say like in the neutral and the footsies, I'm meaning like if he gets like a hit off a random button, like maybe something like this, or 1 2 3, or 2 1 2, whatever, he's not gonna go past like 27%. Now that's actually a high number, you know, but you gotta use his biggest landing normal, starting landing normal, which is 11 frames, and it's a high. So like you can use it, but it's not the most safe option to use because it's a very big high and it's 11 frames and it got a lot of recovery. So you know, if they're ducking, you're gonna get punished. But yeah, and let's say you land for 3 launcher, right? Let's say a standard DMB 274, and I'm pretty sure if you enhance it, you get like I think 302, something like that. Oh, 294, right? But that's real basic. That's not extremely like optimal, but it's consistent. It always works. Now let's go to variation 2. Oh, so the reason why you pick variation 2 is because in a matchup where you're playing more of that neutral, that spacing, the footsies, you know, that's when you want to pick variation 2 because it gives you a damage buff, and that damage buff can be insane, right? So like I said before, every combo that he did that kept you on the ground for the most part was around 214, 215, 202, you know, whatever. Well, when you get a damage buff on and you do the same combo, you're hitting for a lot harder. A lot harder. If we go back to that BNB that we had before, I'm now doing 350 compared to, I think before, what was it, like 10? Actually, I'll see right now, matter of fact. Oh, we don't break 300, but when we put this on, we break 300 and we go to 350 actually, almost 400. So it's a huge buff, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that when you're playing neutral with Liu Kang variation 1, the low fireball, the parry, whatever, and if you're struggling in neutral where you're getting your hits, but you're like it's not really counting as much because, like I said, the parry, useless stance, you saw against the low fireball. So if the low fireball isn't working out in the matchup, you might as well just switch to the other one, because it's not like losing the parry is a big thing. Like I said, the parry is risky. It's there, and in clutch situations, it can be very clutch. But variation 2 is very, or I say a lot more safer, because this is always on, no matter what. When you play Liu Kang and you know the timing of it when it runs out and everything, you can always just snap it right back on. Damage buff, right? So you know Liu Kang has throw loops mid screen. It's always back throw, right? You can walk up, back throw, dash up, back throw. It's a throw loop, right? So that's 14%. If you put this on, that back throw is now, let's see, 16. What's that? 168. So it's like no matter what, no matter how you hit them, you will always do more damage, and that's what you want. Because like, okay, I'm playing this new, you know, he's doing stuff like, let me see, what's a good news one? Throw this out a lot, you know, a good down 4, all of this and that, you know, good 4-2. They're gonna throw that out neutral because he got really good neutral buttons. And Liu Kang, his buttons are really good, but they're good at stopping you from hitting buttons up close. From mid screen, he has to get there by, you know, using sweep. Maybe he does jump kick, down 4, you know, back 2, whatever. But he has to. He wants to be here. Liu Kang wants to be here, and Newt wants to be here. That's a big difference. So when you're playing, you know, variation 2, like I said, let's say you make the read and you dash up whatever like this, you get a punish or whatever. Okay, that's 214. That's not a lot, but when you do this over and over, then that adds up. When you make that read, oh, fireball, I'm gonna jump in real quick, land this combo, and then go for whatever. That's really big compared to just doing it without the damage buff. So I hope y'all are getting the idea I'm trying to make here. So for example, like I said, I'll set the CPU, block, fireball, then block, right? So let's say you make the read, you jump in, go for the punish, 307, right? Now you make the same read, but with the, they need to do that. Okay, let's say it again. Just have him block regular this time. That might be too fast. Okay. So now you make the read. Do that. Damage go right back on, right? So you got the whole BNB. The thing is, most of his BNBs, at least because I labbed it, you know I'm a lab monster. Most of his BNBs, by the time you are finished, depending on which one you use, you can throw it right back on. So you just did all of that damage, and now he's in the corner, mind you, right? Let's do it again. Now he's in the corner, and you got a damage buff right there. And that was 368, mind you, 368. Now he's in the corner, and you got a damage buff. So no matter what you do, you're gonna always hit hard. Let's say make the same read again, right? Fireball in the corner, you jump, and what is the optimal, like 3, 4, something like that? You make the read. Let's keep it real basic. That's 350 in the corner, no bar, and then go for your grab. 350 plus 140. You do the math. It's 490 by the way, but like that's a lot to hit forward versus just not having the buff on. So that's the overall purpose. I'll pick Varation 2 over Varation 1. I think in the future you should definitely do it in 2. Any matchup where low fireball isn't really a big factor, any matchup where the parry can still be a big factor, go to Varation 2. Or if it's not really a big factor, go to Varation 2. Like I said, the Liu Kang having the parry is there, but I have to make you work with me for it to work, right? Because it takes 2. You can't just parry on your own. It takes 2 to parry. So it's like, yeah, I'm a parry, but I need you to also hit this button when I'm about to parry. Not too fast before it hits me out of it, or not too slow when it's not active no more. I need you to hit me like right here on this specific frame so I can get this parry damage, right? That don't always work. And you don't know what the opponent's gonna do, because maybe, you know, the last 3 times they always hit a button, but this 4th time maybe they'll jump and you do parry. Now what? You're salty. So you pick Varation 2 because it's more safer and it allows you to do more things with the Varation. Or with Liu Kang specifically. That's 421. He can't do that without the Varation buff at all. Varation buff. So that's the reason why I would say Varation 2 is a lot more useful in some matchups versus Varation 1. As a quick glance, because I'm still learning matchups, you know, day by day, I'd say Varation 2 is a lot more useful, you know, against Noob, against Scorpion. Who else is on this list that I played a match with? Against Kung Lao, I think it's a lot more useful, depending on who you play as. Like depending on like the play style of Kung Lao, it might differ. You know, and I'm still loving it from here, but I haven't played most of the matchups in the game yet, like at a high level at least, so I can't really say for sure which one is better. I think for Jackie it might be a little bit better, because like I said, she's gonna get in regardless, so the low fireball doesn't really help. The parry, yes, is there, she got good mids, but it's very dangerous. So Varation 2 might help you out, because like, okay, maybe I only land 2 hits this round in a grab or something. Well, those 2 hits in a grab may be the end of somebody's life with a damage buff on. So might be more useful with Jackie. Might be more useful with Sub-Zero, because you can reflect his ice balls and send it back to him. If you didn't know that, real quick,
Sub-Zero, the hourglass.
I don't know Sub-Zero, so I hope he has the fireball in this one. Okay, I got 1 minute left to finish the video. Alright, so I'm gonna try to make more content. This is pretty much the end of the video, but I'm gonna try to make more content going forward. But let me show this real quick, and I'm gonna wrap it up before it cuts me off. Does he still have an ice ball in this variation? Yeah, this, right? So, watch. Just real quick. Just wait. Buff. Okay, boom. So, he can reflect it back at him. Get a punish. Right? Now, it does depend on the fireball. You have to react to it, but you can always get punished. So that's another thing. But Yeah, I gotta stop because it's about to cut me off in like 2 seconds, and I don't want that to happen.